Man, this is lifestyles of the poor and unfucking fortunate. But I tell you what, bitch, we got views.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to
ChadArmesTV.com.
And a very important message before we get started. Just real quick, we wanted to take 1 second just to let everyone know about something. Opportunity. An opportunity has came forth now to where you, as a creator, artist, entertainer of some sort, someone, I don't know, that we should be aware of, has the opportunity to be a part of ChadArmesTV now. Either through a spotlight interview that we feature every week on ChadArmesTV, or a guest here on the IGSSTS podcast. Those opportunities in the past have never been available. And with the content we've been able to bring to y'all over the past year and a half, more opportunities have presented themselves for us continuously. And before it gets out of reach, we want to make sure that the opportunity is there for y'all as well. So if this message has any value to you whatsoever, please take one moment, feel free to contact me or Chad Arms right now. Either DM us on Instagram, or currently our emails are listed right below. With all that being said, hope you enjoy this week's episode, or today's episode rather. Yeah. Show and prove to the dirt. ChadArmesTV.com. Let's go. Yo, real quick, let's take 1 second, Chad, real quick, just to thank one of our sponsors, the GOAT, Mark Gray over at South Nashville Heating and Cooling.
For sure.
Right? Those guys are amazing at what they do. They're expert in any type of HVAC services you could ever want. We're talking like expert design, superior service, quality installation since 1985.
85, dude. 85.
That's almost 40 years.
That's just, dude, that's insane.
I just turned 40. That's a long time. I'm really old. So obviously these guys know what they're doing. You guys need anything like that? Let me show you. These guys right here, they're the guys to call. Y'all see the name, the number, anything you may need, South Nashville Heating and Cooling can get it done.
For sure. And what better time to have them come help you out.
You said it, dude.
It's hotter than two rats making hot, passionate whoopee in a wool sock outside at all times.
That sounds pretty accurate.
You walk outside and you have heat stroke.
That's dead on. I totally agree.
Mark's your go-to guy. If you want it blowing snow biscuits in your crib, you hit up South Nashville Heating and Cooling.
Do them a favor. When you get them on the phone, tell them you heard about them when I got some shit to say to podcast.
For sure.
For what it's worth. But, one more time, shout out to South Nashville Heating and Cooling, man. Y'all see the name. Y'all see the number, man. Get at them.
Hey, how are ya? Want to know why I smell so good all the time? www.kingdomfragrances.com. My boy Steve. Stop paying retail prices for cologne or perfume. Hit the link in the description. It's my affiliate link. When you set up a new account with kingdomfragrances.com and make your first order, you get 15% off that entire order. He's got some of the best pricing on the internet, and he's got great products, and he gets them to you in a timely manner. Hit up my boy Steve, kingdomfragrances.com, and I promise you, you're going to smell good just like I do, and you're not going to spend near as much as if you go pay retail. ChadArmesTV, giggity.
It's I got some shit to say to the podcast, man. We're back like we don't stop, because trust me, we never do. All we do is work. Y'all know me.
Fuck you, Squid.
That's right. And
Whizzle fizzle.
Forever and always, RIP. Sorry about that. Hit the speed bump or something. With me as usual, still with us back there in the corner,
ChadArmesTV.com.
That's right. Okay. Yep. And this guy is here still with us.
Yeah.
And you're back. Part 2. If you're just now tapping in from last Friday, it was last Friday, correct?
Yep.
Monday's episode, here we are, 9 a.m., and we still have T Stoner, fucking Stone Baby Sounds.
Hell yeah, man.
We were having so much fun. Y'all shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I know. Tell you,
right?
Yeah,
they were excited.
I know, you're right. We were having so much fun though on the round 1 that we just kept it going. We've had a great conversation.
The block, man.
Yeah, we definitely have. We're going to run it right back. We're still in the same attire and everything. Usually when we do in multiple episodes in one day, fun fact, we change.
Yeah, man.
But not right now.
Rocking the day.
No, we're doing a 2-parter, dropping gems, man. Look, We are fresh off. We are fresh off of Stoner's new single. Stone Baby Sound's new single.
Facts. That's
Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
Normal.
Yep.
yes, normal. Featuring
Rome Ramirez.
thank you so
For
much.
sure.
From
And
Sublime.
It is
From
a
Sublime,
banger.
major
Sublime
flex.
with
It's been out for a few days. I'm sure it's doing well. Y'all gonna be sure to hit the link in the description and go and purchase it on iTunes or check out the YouTube video. However y'all listen to y'all's music.
Facts. Do that now. And
sure.
all right, if we're being 100% transparent, Stoner, I didn't know what to expect on that record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah.
Didn't know.
Yeah.
But it hits hard. It hits
Yeah.
really
Yeah, it
fucking
does.
hard.
Yeah, it
And
does get-
one and Chad and hell, Stoner all agreed like across the table from me when it was playing, like it's therapeutic music. Like that's exactly what it is. If you're ever a fan of any of that series as far as Jelly Roll goes, there's a new one for you.
Yeah.
Sure, for sure.
But the video is amazing. I'm at a point in my life where I've said this in the past where I just really, really, really fucking appreciate visuals at this point. You know what I mean? Especially from like where Chad and One R as being artists to, you know, and me not being an artist, like to really like trying to do those types of things. Lyric video
Yeah.
is a complicated thing to achieve, and I fucking recognize that. And that one's put together well. It's just dope. I don't know if that was the finished version that we got to see,
I think it was, yeah.
but now
And
it's
that was, I can plug them.
but it's available now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's out.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Yeah, so with that, like Chad said, the link and all that, it's down below. But y'all tap the fuck in because that record is a monster.
Oh, it's gonna,
Yeah, and
it's
even
gonna
if-
be, it's gonna be trouble, man.
Even
gonna
if
be
you
trouble.
didn't even know Jelly or know of Jelly's music until like say Save Me, which is a huge portion of his fans now. This is not too far of a derivative of like what he's doing
Good word.
now. You know what I'm saying? It like we said
a good
off
word.
camera.
Yeah.
It's right there in the middle of the wheelhouse as far as like
Yeah.
his rap, but he's still got the same style that he's doing now. So it can be performed now, like we talked about.
Yeah.
If you ever, you know,
But it's not
Go ahead.
too much of a derailment from what he's doing.
yeah,
No.
for sure.
Right.
But I
It
think
gives older fans enough of a touch, but then with a new feel.
absolutely. But most importantly, the substance of the record
Oh
is
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
thick. It's
Yeah.
really it's dope, dude.
Yeah.
It's
You
a
can
really
feel
dope
it.
record.
You can
And-
feel it. Probably.
Jelly's rapping on there.
Yeah,
like, he's
it-
saying
it-
some real this
Yeah.
wordplay.
It's
Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
dope.
you got to
bro.
run it back a few times
For
to, like,
sure.
fully be like, oh, you know, you catch everything that he's saying.
yeah.
Yeah,
And you know, we're stacking content over here. We do in reality, the record's not available. You know what I mean? To you guys right now, it's
Yeah, for
available.
sure it is. It's been out.
But we got a treat getting to see this and hear this a little bit early. It's sometimes it's pretty cool to be us when we get guys like T Stoner to pull up.
Yeah.
Right. What about these bandanas he blessed us with? They're draping
man.
on the microphones. I decided to go Daniel LaRusso style with mine.
shout out to the Karate Kid.
Shout out to the
Great
Karate
film.
Kid. Great film. Shout out Mr. Miyagi. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Chad, did you get that picture I sent you the other day?
Which one?
Oh, I wish I could show it to you right now. I saw on Facebook, you know, and Facebook is a very reliable source for accurate
Oh, it's
news.
it's the only place I'll watch news. I don't know about you guys.
It was Karate Kid 5.
Where's
Oh,
And-
Jaden.
No, it's like a
Is it real?
karate, right? And so get the art of this, the like art of it. I have it in my phone, so I'll post it right here for y'all to see, so I don't sound silly. But it literally has like a silhouette of Mr. Miyagi on it, and it shows LaRusso on like the thing on the beach, you know, doing practicing the crank kick.
Yeah.
And it says after the success of Cobra Kai, like the so and so has bought into the rights of blah 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 blah, and they're coming back with an additional official Karate Kid segment of the
That'll be dope.
however many movies there were.
That'll be dope.
I guess, you know. I think it's kind of
That'll be dope.
shitty if they're
I mean, I'll watch it.
okay. Do you watch Cobra Kai? Do you
I
watch
don't.
Cobra Kai?
No.
if it comes?
don't-
It's liable to. He's liable. Never mind. I'm just gonna be quiet. I'm just gonna be
It's
quiet.
just fucked up. I don't like the fact that it's just. I just didn't like the art. But I
Okay.
sent it to Chad and was like, "What the fuck?" I thought I sent it to you.
I thought you were talking about
R.I.P. Pat Morita. Mr. Miyagi's one of the goats. First of
Jill-
all,
That's his real name, Pat Morita.
yeah.
Will Smith's kid
Oh,
Yeah,
Jaden Smith, the
Jaden
remake.
Smith.
in the
Bro,
Karate Kid. Right?
the only two to me.
Yeah, that was like a real
The
real one.
The
Right?
first
And then
one-
a girl. There was a one with a girl.
So there was Karate Kid 1, and then there was
Yeah.
Karate Kid 2, where it was like in Japan,
Fuck yeah.
and then there was part 3,
Okinawa.
which I didn't like, and then the next
What?
Karate Kid was the girl.
Hold up. You didn't like Karate Kid Part 3?
No. Karate Kid.
I think I only really watched the first two. Also,
Yeah.
Man, y'all sleep, man.
No, ain't nobody sleeping on that one.
Man,
Fuck
fuck that.
Karate Kid 3.
I liked it. I really did. I just like the other guy, the badass dude. I like that guy. I always thought he was cool because he had spiked hair.
Yeah, and then like the next Karate Kid, which I didn't watch now because it was about the girl. It wasn't even him. And then the one with Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan, I didn't watch.
Yeah, and for some reason, I want to say the one with Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan is not like officially part of that franchise.
No, it's probably just a reboot.
Yeah.
Hash,
I was more of a Three Ninjas.
Dude,
Fuck
come on.
yeah, dude.
Give it up, dude.
I'm with you.
Three ninjas, Three Ninjas knuckle up, kick back.
Oh, shit. Hell yeah. Shout out one.
The really weird one with Hulk Hogan and Jim Varney. It's like
Jim
High
Varney.
Noon at Space Mountain or whatever it was called.
Which was
I don't, yeah.
Dude, Tum Tum was the shit.
Tum Tum, Colt, and
crazy.
Rocky.
All I'm gonna say is hashtag Rocky loves Emily, dude.
We all
Fuck yeah,
showed our
dude.
age.
Rocky done fucked Emily, bro.
Dude, that first, I still watch the first Three Ninjas. It's on my Voodoo, bro.
I watched
still
it
watch
before
that.
y'all came over today, bro.
Dude,
What are you
Three
talking about?
Ninjas Part 1 is still that shit, dog.
Still that shit.
It's just like Little
Three
Giants to me, or
Ninjas.
another
That's
one of my favorites from back in the day, but same
Shout
style
out
as
Little
that,
Giants.
was Heavyweights, bro.
Yeah,
Okay.
Heavyweights is a
But,
fucking classic.
What about Camp Nowhere?
I like that with Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
I see
the
that
big green.
You never seen Camp
Big
Nowhere?
Green, yep.
No, bro.
With
Look that
Ham
one
from
up.
Sandlot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shout out
Big Green was
Ham from
great.
Sandlot.
Dude, he's
the
killing
same
it on
one.
TikTok.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's
I
got a
gotta follow
TikTok.
him.
He looks the exact same. He's just skinnier.
Yeah, I knew that for
Yeah,
sure.
Ham
And you know me, I'm
Mighty
super.
Ducks.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Mighty Ducks. is
What
great.
reminded me of that is the
Yeah.
guy who was like all methed out. Remember
Oh yeah, Goldberg.
Goldberg?
Yeah,
yeah. But I think
Bro.
he's back good.
yeah.
now.
I think he was.
Goldberg, the goalie.
Man,
That
it
was
was
crazy,
bad.
though.
That was
Shout out
bad.
Mighty Ducks.
Shout out.
Hey,
For sure.
That was the joint.
Dude, them '90s Disney movies, like,
Hit
the, like,
different,
the,
bro.
like not the animated ones, but like the ones we're talking about, they
Yes.
were bangers,
They hit
dude.
They
different,
don't
man.
make it like that.
No, they
No, not
definitely
at
don't.
all anymore, man.
But they're so nostalgic. They're just dope enough now, though. We have to, bro. I got 3 kids, and I have to like. I get when I try to make them watch one of them, like any
Yeah.
like classic. Like
Yeah.
I promise y'all,
Yeah.
just watch this movie.
Right.
I get now when my parents used to do that shit to me, and it was
Yeah.
rare, but I do remember. I remember my old man, my dad put me on the movie Little Monsters with Fred Savage and Howard
Great
Mandel.
movie. That's another one.
Right?
Yeah.
But I remember coming home, my dad like, watch this movie. And that didn't happen a lot. And
Yeah.
I was like, Dad, this is fucking stupid. This is about a monster under the bed. Like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
And ultimately, it turned out to be an amazing movie. But
Oh, yeah.
the pushback was there. You know what I'm
Because you're
saying?
like, Dad's recommending this. It's not
Yeah,
gonna be cool.
they don't expect it.
And you would be surprised, bro. It's the same shit, though, with these movies that we talk about. You know, like Cool Runnings.
Yeah.
That's one of Jelly's favorite movies
It is,
of all time.
it is Jelly's favorite movie of all time. I love the. Do you have that on ChadArmesTV somewhere?
Yeah, feel
Oh.
the rhythm, feel the rhyme. It's bobsled time. Yeah, Jelly does that. Yeah, he loves that movie.
Cool runnings.
Yeah, but all those type of movies, like if you try to get kids nowadays to sit back and watch that, you got kids, right, Stoner?
Yeah. I got 3 boys.
That's right, fucking asshole. Sorry,
Yeah, but see,
we talked about this
I
off camera.
suggest movies and they usually love them. Like most of the time.
Dope. That's
Dope.
dope.
Yeah. Because yeah.
Man,
Your
what-
kids are probably
young
just
enough.
way cooler than
man,
mine, dude.
What's the name of the
Dude,
movie?
Most of the times.
What's the name of the movie? And when I say this part, you'll know what I'm talking about. They're singing Banana Way.
What the fuck did you just say?
Banana Way. Banana Way. Na na na. It's a fucking.
Somebody get one. What's that? What are you talking about?
Man, watch,
I don't know.
I normally
watch
would
this.
know.
To the Google
I'm pretty
machine.
good at-
Watch
at
this.
Is it
movie
the same
trivia.
style movie as what we're?
Watch this shit.
Is
To
it
the
the
Google
same?
machine.
Dude,
Talk about something else.
dude,
Yeah, I got
another
you.
one that I suggest to everybody that hasn't seen it, and if people that haven't seen it, it really depresses me. Goonies is one of the greatest movies of
Yeah.
all time.
They're
Yeah.
perfect example, Chad.
That's why I brought it
tried
up,
to
yeah.
get Liliana to watch Goonies.
Yeah,
My 10-year-old.
which I mean, it came out the year I was born, so I get it. Like
But it's a
Only the strong.
to us, it is, but it's
what
like
is that?
Y'all ain't
Only
never-
the
Y'all ain't
strong.
never seen Only the Strong?
I've
No.
heard of it. I haven't seen it,
I'll watch Only the Strong. You watch Camp Nowhere.
Deal.
dude. But
Man.
like,
Deal.
it's like
Yeah,
it's
Only
like
the
when I
Strong.
was
I'm
when I
Show
was
you- I'm gonna
younger.
show you who played it.
My dad would talk about how funny Andy Griffith show was, and I tried
Horrible.
to watch it, and I was like, "This is
Horrible.
But like, but just the same with us saying Goonies is awesome, and Lily's like,
You're right.
I
You're
get, but see,
absolutely
to
right.
us, it's like, no, it's great. You know what I'm saying? So like, I look at
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It kind
Yeah.
of
There
makes
has
sense.
been a few of those for me where
Yeah.
I showed them and they.
Andy Griffith show's horrible.
I mean, I wasn't a big fan. I think it was either that or Carol Burnett show or something. It was
Horrible.
one of those old like 70s or 60s shows.
To me, it was horrible. I just couldn't ever get it. No.
Yeah, I couldn't get into Andy.
I was
Griffith.
bad about black and white television, though. Like, I refused to watch it.
Yeah, dude, this is definitely not the same thing. But before I came here today, I watched 2 episodes of that new Dahmer
I've been hearing
show
about
on Netflix.
Yeah, I told
It is
y'all about
fucking
that. Insane.
I think we
Correct,
talked
bro.
about this. Did we talk about
yes,
this on the
yes,
podcast?
Yes.
On the podcast?
Yesterday. Or I don't know. We've recorded
See what I'm
6
saying?
episodes. In
I
3
swear,
days.
dude, we work so much. But I was talking about this Dahmer show, and I haven't seen it. I'm bad about not. I only watch football nowadays, I guess, on television, and this shit.
I'm gonna
But
finish it, but it's rough.
I was
dude.
talking about the Dahmer animated art that's on.
Yes, that was on the
Bruh.
podcast. Yes.
That shit freaked me out, dude. Like I was scrolling through my Instagram, and it was just this picture of Dahmer, and
Yeah.
then he blinked at me, and I thought it was wild as fuck.
dude is super creepy. I just watched the first 2 episodes.
Show them, dude. I've
One
never
that
seen
is
that.
still-
Fucking martial arts movie. That's what it is. Shit was crazy.
Yeah, martial arts movie.
Only
93.
the strong.
I know the name of the movie. I just had never seen it.
8% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Dude, that's the best one. Bro, one of my favorite
Listen
movies.
to Chad. Chad will bat for you right now.
No. One of my favorite movies of all time is a movie called The Disorderlies, and it's starring the Fat Boys. And it's from like the
God.
80s.
Oh, dude, with the
I remember
pills
that.
and
Yeah,
shit.
Yes,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah. I remember that.
Fat boy. Bro, I'm
Yeah.
looking at how bad of a rating it got on Rotten Tomatoes. It's probably less than 8%.
I'm so
yeah.
glad you said the
Oh, yeah.
title of that movie with the Fat Boys, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I
It's
remember that
it's on my
movie.
voodoo, dude. It's
Doo-doo-doo.
great. It's on my voodoo.
We got T
telling you,
Stoner
man.
with us,
I'm
guys.
telling you.
You know what I mean?
What up, T-Stone?
You gotta-
We had that. Yeah, this is more of the seamlessly going in back and forth.
Kid, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So
I was
when we had Stoner on part 1, we got, I don't know, man. We didn't spin off like that. I love when we talk like that though, when it's just random shit. We shouted out everything from Mighty Ducks to Cool Runnings, and now we're talking about.
That's how we bless them.
You're not going to
That's how we
disparage
bless
the
them.
name of Disorderlies. It had a
Absolutely not.
$5 million budget, and they made 10.5 on it, dog.
Yeah.
Damn,
saying?
yeah, to the
Come on,
bank,
man.
baby.
They doubled
Have you ever seen that?
Shout out to 8%. What, the Disorder?
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I don't know if I have. Dude.
Oh, dude, it's classic.
It's great. It's
They
all
gotta
three
like
of the
give
Fat
this
Boys
old
are-
man drugs and shit.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
I just remember him having all these fucking pills. Like there
Yeah,
were
'cause
so many pills.
And then they spilled them all, and it was the whole
Everywhere.
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
See
Oh,
what
yeah,
the
man.
Rotten Tomatoes it got. See what it got.
Shout out to the
Oh,
movies that
53.
really didn't do nothing.
They
Audience
really
score
did-
was
they did.
53.
10 million.
Oh,
It didn't
no
get.
tomato.
It didn't get any tomatoes, so I don't even know what that means.
Was they even
No tomatoes for you.
hey, was Rotten Tomatoes even around back then?
No, but
No,
they.
they
I didn't
go
think it was for your movie
That's what
though.
I'm saying, man. Fuck them, man. They
No,
don't know what they're talking
it's just
about.
not
Yeah,
popular
yeah.
enough.
He's over mad.
They're
They
really
got 8
biased.
tomatoes.
Bro, my favorite movie ever is Teen Wolf, and that movie is ridiculous, dude.
Yeah.
But it's my favorite movie ever.
No, man, I'm gonna tell you a dumbass movie, but I watched it the whole way through, and I
What?
watched part 2. Fucking Piranhas, man. Exactly.
Piranhas, the
Exactly.
sequel, bro.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I didn't watch it.
Piranha's a rough one.
Fucking Piranha.
Fuck a piranha. I've never
Piranha.
seen that.
You haven't lived until you watched a horror movie called Zombievers.
I don't know nothing about
dude.
that.
Sound like porn.
Uh,
Murderous
Little bit.
beavers that
Well,
go
scoot
and
towards
destroy
Stoner a little bit.
people.
There you go. You're trying to scoot out. The one's bad about that. He'll run away.
Yeah, real quick.
Chad was telling us that the scariest movie. It was a few episodes back. But he was telling us that the scariest movie ever is a movie called Wreck. REC. Right, Chad? Ain't
It's
that what
one
you
of the
said?
scariest movies I've ever watched,
He
yeah.
reflects to, and Chad is
Yeah.
big on horror films. Oh, with Wesley Crutcher, that's what it was.
Yeah, with Wesley
How we
Crutcher,
looking?
Shout out Wesley.
Yeah, for sure. But Chad has like a weird. I'm not gonna say. I am gonna say. Fuck it. A weird obsession with movies that you would never click on to watch, but he's watched them. So that's why That's why
mean, some of
his
that
movie
stuff
got
works, man.
8% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah,
that's
man.
why Chad was like, "That don't matter,
Man, I'm
that
telling
don't
you,
matter."
some of this-
score. They don't know what they're
shout out-
talking
They don't know what
shout out
they're
to
talking
man.
about.
They don't know what they did.
Bro, I've got to show you some of these movies though, dude.
Yeah, some of them are crazy, dude.
Some of them
What
are
about the one
wild.
with the girl's mouth as her butthole?
What the fuck?
Man,
Chad
talking
wants to
about-
know right
Chad
now.
knows.
No, I've heard that. I don't think I've seen
Human
it. though.
Centipede. Like,
Nope, but it's like that.
that
though.
shit is crazy. Have
On
you seen
that-
that
I
Human
don't.
Centipede?
I'm no. I don't know
never
nothing
seen
about
We don't
it.
have
no.
to go into
Centipede.
that, but
Wow.
All I heard was somebody's mouth is an asshole.
yeah, that's
That's a wild concept.
Yeah,
Who the fuck
I
thinks
got
of
through like
this?
15
Hey,
minutes.
man,
and
it's
then I-
crazy, man.
He said 15 minutes.
And the
Well, Three Ninjas got a 32% on Rotten Tomatoes. You gonna agree with that score? I wouldn't.
Absolutely not.
Exactly.
Rotten
Yeah,
Tomatoes
yeah.
can eat a dick,
They're
bro.
Man,
Dude, remember Mouse Hunt?
Any credibility though Rotten Tomatoes ever had, they just buried themselves
Yeah.
with 32% on
No,
fucking
they've been messing up for years.
If-
obviously.
If you want to watch a fucked up movie, man, watch the Human Centipede.
Oh
Yeah,
no, I did
Bruh.
watch that. Dude, I can't believe I watched that. I watched all three of them.
Chad, that's what they were talking about when they
There's
start
a
talking about an
trilogy.
asshole and shit.
Listen, it's so
They start talking about that movie.
it's so fucked up. It was banned from certain countries.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember those one movies that were really they were scary movies. There was a bunch of series of them.
Faces of Death.
Yeah, that.
But
Faces of Death.
it wasn't even scary movies. It was literal like beheadings and stuff. It's stuff that we watch now on
Creepy
Facebook
shit.
and are just like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that's
But
bad.
back then, it was
rare.
banned in
The
America.
footage, yeah, the
Right,
footage
right,
itself was rare.
I remember the only thing that stands out for me when those Faces of Death is the dude where the guy has a press conference. He's like a political guy, and he shoots himself in the head, like on a live broadcast.
Yeah.
But that was before the internet. So like
Yeah.
now that stuff on Facebook that you're like, don't watch this. You have to click graphic or
Oh, I'm
whatever.
like, shit, what are we looking at?
That's what I'm saying. Now nobody gives it. I mean, it's just
What's
so
poppin'?
crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Have y'all always been like that? I've always tapped into all
Yeah,
that
for
shit.
sure.
Like Faces
Certain
of
things
Death
I can't.
I know scarred from E-Bomb's world. When
Yeah.
you know, like high school.
E-Bomb's world, dude.
That scarred.
There was
me.
another one too. There was two or three of these.
Rotten.com was another one.
Rotten.com. I remember that's where I saw the Pac autopsy photo, and I was like, "Come on, man, give me a break."
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, but man, I wonder, like, after
That shit's
being
never
that
bothered
numb,
me.
could we ever go back to having like clear, pure minds? You know what I
Oh
mean?
man, I mean,
No.
No,
No.
you can't. You
No,
can't,
we're
now-
polluted, bro. The whole
Now-
world's polluted.
yeah,
I know.
You can't unsee it, man.
Yeah, forget that.
Rotten.com is Facebook.
First
I mean, that's
time-
Rotten.com now. You know what I'm saying?
First time I saw some shit like that in real, not no beheading and no shit like that, but somebody getting shot or some fucked up shit happening.
Yeah.
Oh, that did it for me.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
That fucking did it for me.
But yeah,
to the
you.
grave.
But like you said, Facebook, fucking YouTube, but not YouTube. Facebook, but like WorldStar.
Twitter.
Yeah.
There's places you see all this type of shit. But yeah, that's what's up. T
Shout
Stoner's in the
out,
building.
shout out to fucking Three Ninjas, dude.
Shout out
Yeah,
to three,
yeah.
three ninjas. Three ninjas.
Yeah.
Yep. Classic.
Rocky, Tum Tum, and Colt.
Yep.
Man,
I don't know. The first time I said their names, I stumbled. I couldn't remember Rocky.
What about the guys that was trying to come get them? How fucking dumb were they, dude?
Yeah, they were.
Just
they
the Three Stooges in the '90s. is what that
we're
was.
swinging right now for this fucking movie. If we like literally started watching it off screen, it would be the cheesiest shit.
Bro,
ever.
I watched it like a month ago.
I'm gonna have to
It's
revisit.
still great, dude.
It's a
still
great movie.
Yeah.
It's a very. It definitely has a. There's memories in my mind of the era of fucking Three Ninjas being a strong influence in my
Can
life.
we talk about the 2-on-2 basketball game in that movie?
We can talk about what
about how Colt and Rocky are dunking, alley oop dunking.
Dude. Yeah, they're
on these
ninjas,
days.
bro. They're fucking ninjas.
That was I'm just sitting there thinking about that. They went up there, dude.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it.
Oh, it's
Yeah, I
great,
gotta
man.
revisit it for sure. It's been a
I
while.
don't remember anything about the sequels. I don't think I even saw them all. I just remember the first one being super dope.
I just remember their fucking uncle being.
Constipated.
What is that? Was he? I mean, what did that mean? He didn't talk, or he had to poop, or what did that mean?
I don't remember.
Was he special
it
needs?
sounded
Like
like
what?
it sounded like constipation.
Golly. I remember that. Like okay, what?
Yeah, he
Was
was,
that
he was
when we
stopped
drinking
up.
Budweiser?
I just remember.
He
I
was
just
stopped
remember.
up.
He'd always look at you like really weird and
You
talk
talking
really
about
funny.
the Asian guy?
Yes,
Their grandpa. It was just
Yes,
their
grandpa. I
He
thought it
was-
was their uncle.
No, he was just like the Master Splinter of them.
Master Splinter.
He was like the Master
Shout out
Splinter.
Master Splinter. Shout out Ninja Turtles. Shout out T Stoner.
T-Stone in here.
Yeah,
man.
for sure. What about off camera earlier? Let's talk about this on part 2. Off camera earlier, I noticed Stoner's charm on his necklace. It's like, we're all big fans of jewelry. We talk jewelry over, it,
Chucky
especially
V.
with
Shout out to
yeah.
Chucky V.
Okay, shout out Chucky V. Let me see
Shout
that.
I'm
out
not a big
Chuckleton.
jewelry guy, but
Right,
I do rock it.
that's super dope.
Oh, that's nice,
we
man.
gotta get. Well, I'll get a picture of it before he leaves.
And, you know,
But-
I also have another one of my astronaut logo that he made. That was really dope too.
Dope. Okay, so
yeah.
what's around Stoner's neck now? Like I said, y'all see it here. Make sure we
plane.
get a picture of that before you leave, so they can see
Yeah.
it too. But there, it's an airplane.
Mhm.
You know, and it's like what is that called?
It's
Like
a Cessna 172. Yeah.
So, and when I saw that around Stoner's neck, I immediately knew. I guess one, it either represented something very tragic in his life or something he was very passionate about, and I was hoping it meant something he was passionate about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he says that he fucking flies planes.
Yeah, man.
I'm like, bro, that's a dope ass fucking hobby. Now, if
Yeah.
you know,
Learning.
being right,
Learning, yeah.
but That's further than we can say. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Speak for yourself, dude. I'm fixing to fly plane.
I've been flying. I've been a pilot since Top Gun NES, bro. I've been landing on aircraft carriers since I was fucking 7.
Man, look at him. I can't even fly a plane on GTA.
Dude, I'm the man, bro.
I'm trash.
I'm the guy flying underneath all the bridges.
I can't even walk out on a balcony. I don't like escalators and
Yeah,
balls.
Chad, see, the height shit gets Chad. Chad's not big on flying, man.
Yeah, I'm just not. I'm not a heights guy.
Yeah.
It's the name of the new
Me
album.
neither.
But I think that's so dope, dude. I've said
Yeah,
it
me
on
too.
the podcast. If anybody, like our dedicated listeners, can co-sign this, but when I was a kid, I used to fucking want to be a fighter pilot. Like, we talked about this heavy when Top Gun was coming out again, because
Yeah.
I was so fucking hype about that.
Great movie, by the way. They did a great job.
Amazing.
Shout out to Top Gun.
Shout out
for
Top
sure.
Gun. Whoever's in it they're probably watching. But
Tom Cruise, what's up?
absolutely, shout out Tom Cruise. But it took forever for Chad to get to finally see it. But even when he finally saw it, said it was great. But like the visual effects and just like fighter pilots in general from the first one, I was so obsessed with that as a kid, to where I was so interested in being a pilot until back in the day when I was a kid. I'm old as fuck. I just turned 40, and vision had like a big thing to do with being in being a fighter pilot, going Mach speeds and shit. You know what I mean? Not from just flying a Cessna. But at the same time, when I got news of that, it's like I pissed out every thought of being a pilot to my capability. I thought I had to be a fucking fighter pilot to ever fly a plane. Like, my mindset as a child wasn't that broad to think like, well, dude, you don't have to be a fighter pilot. You can get a pilot license and just fly a plane. You know what I mean?
Hey, we were watching Three Ninjas back then. That's
Absolutely.
all that
That's all we were doing.
I mean, granted, a fighter pilot's way cooler.
But that's fucking where I'm at now in my life, opposed to being a child to where I am now. I have another friend of ours that recently got into that, and I see it on his timeline in his story all the time. Mm-hmm. And when I saw that on Stoner's neck, I was like, bro, that's dope, bro. Like, you like fly? It's like, yeah. I've been learning and working towards getting my aviation certificates and licenses and all that shit. Yeah. And I think that's super dope, because then immediately he said that there's content. He does like content on that shit.
A little bit, yeah.
But still,
I document it because I never really thought I would be doing it, but I try to film as much as I can of it, and
you should
shoot stuff. And
it's a journey.
Yeah, and it's just kind of motivation for me to keep going.
What sparked? What made you want to do that? Was it like once you got comfortable, like or just had an extra time, or
no? So it was like my dad was in the military.
Dope.
So when I was a little kid, I was around planes as a kid.
Gotcha. Mine too.
Air shows and stuff, and he worked on like safety parachutes and stuff on planes.
Cool.
But then my middle school, high school, adult life, I was not around planes at all. So eventually I kind of got scared to fly a little bit, and like, just not scared, but like really anxious,
Yeah. Me
but
too.
I flew a lot. Yeah. Just something about it was just the lack of control.
I used to say if God wanted us to fly, he would have gave us wings.
Right.
I used to use that excuse for so long.
Yeah. And so eventually I just started to like look up, like, how do you get over the fear of flying, and it just, I started following YouTubers and pilots and stuff. And then the more I realized, I was like, man, I'm actually like, I can't stop thinking about it,
Yeah. Anxious to see if like you could.
Just like about plane stuff. It just started getting like captivated by
Gotcha.
it.
Okay.
I'm just like, wow, this is like a whole other world.
Like, you're missing out on something.
Yeah. Just like, and like, I'm getting older. So it's like, I feel.
Sorry, Chatty's on me.
Good?
Nah,
you
Chad
good?
gets on me about this.
We're still used to
Yeah, I'm still trying to get that. We're looking for a producer, guys.
Yeah. When you,
I'll let
yeah.
That's dope, though. That's dope.
Yeah,
Keep going, Stone.
Yeah, so I just started getting into it, and then I started doing like a flight simulator.
Yeah.
Which at first was kind of like a video game.
Is that how it starts? Like that process?
It doesn't have to. Some people go to flight school and have no experience, or they're just into it. They want to do it. They never have. It's crazy.
How long ago was that when you started this journey?
I would say like less than 6 months. Like,
oh fuck, that's dope as fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't know that
months,
either.
maybe.
See that we didn't get that far in our conversation. I'm glad we kind of hit pause on it to save it for the show. I guess.
I would say,
for sure.
Well, actually, it's maybe a little bit more than that from when it started as like an idea.
Mm-hmm.
But at first, I didn't think I was going to do it, and then I realized that like I have to not be controlled by fear and go for something that I never thought I would do.
Dope. I love it.
I've been doing music now for over 10 years, and I'm not tired of it at all.
You
but-
know you're good at it.
Well, it's definitely just now. I just want to do music that I love and for passion, not
Right.
And even though it is my career, I don't know. I don't have a lot of hobbies, so it's like it's something else. If I'm going to do something, I kind of go all in a sense, you know.
I get
Yeah,
it.
for
So
Totally get it.
at a sense where like I thought to do it, and I went on what's called like a discovery flight, which is if you've never been in a small plane, you just go to a flight school and you pay them, and they'll take you up in a plane and.
Show you around.
Yeah, just to see like, is this something I should do or not? Usually, if it is, you kind of get it right away.
Yeah.
Or if it's not, you know,
Probably
you
won't
kind
be
of
in
get it right
Cessna
away too.
again.
You're
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore.
Gotcha.
And dude, I loved it, you know, and it was crazy, like the freeing feeling of like you're only focused on the now and the present,
Yeah.
and like sometimes in life I don't get that, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And nothing else mattered. You're not worried about anything because at right now you're 5,000 feet in the air,
Yeah.
and well, not a lot of things matter when you're 5,000 feet in the air.
Except that
other than
aircraft.
the aircraft.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So once I got past a couple of flight, you know, I decided to do it and start taking lessons. And so you essentially just go up with somebody, and at first they kind of, you know, they take off, and once you get up to cruise and you level out, they'll let you
Yeah.
maneuver a little bit.
Yeah.
But really they're flying, and then the more you do it, you kind of transfer over to your flying. So
I get it.
I've taken off twice by myself and
snap.
flown the whole time, and then I just did my first landing last Wednesday. So
Fuck yeah.
and it was
I
pretty
heard.
intense, but it wasn't bad.
I
So-
couldn't imagine. I
Yeah,
bet it's
yeah,
super
dude.
intense.
But I
Seriously,
study
dude.
and I think about it all the time. And if I'm not doing music, I'm literally either with my family or on the simulator or reading, because there's
Yeah.
a flight school and a ground school, and the ground school is what I'm worried about, because like I know I can fly and or have the temperament to fly, but it's like the studying part that worries
Yeah.
me, because like I was not a great student. Like I have to be motivated about it to care at all.
No,
Yeah.
for sure.
You know, like,
I definitely.
I did not
concur
get
with
that good of grades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a lot of drugs in my 20s.
Hell yeah. Shout out drugs.
Shout out to So I'm not like, so that's the part where I'm slow. Now, luckily for me, I'm not trying to be like an airline pilot. I'm doing this strictly for recreational.
Yeah.
So I don't really have like a time where like, oh, I have to get this done. So
Right.
it's however much money I want to pour into it, and,
Yeah.
and I can take my time and learn it.
Yeah.
But you have to complete that and your flight school before you can get your private pilot license, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the goal eventually in a couple of years would be for me to like buy my own like 6-seat passenger plane.
Yeah.
Eventually more would be great, but they're very expensive.
Throw it in the barn.
And just be able to take me and my family on like if
It's
I want to
fucking
fly
amazing.
to Florida,
the plane.
yeah, we'll just go fly.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah,
I love
that's
it.
cool, man.
Yeah, that's the goal, man.
I think it's super cool. I know it's like you said, and I know you can time it out, and it takes dedication and time altogether, I'm sure, to
Yeah.
achieve something like that.
Yeah.
But I know it's a costly thing. I know to
It is.
achieve a private aviation license is just
Yeah,
from my other
It
buddy.
is. Yeah, because you have to rent
My other
the
buddy
plane.
literally just got his,
Yeah.
and he's going.
How long
out.
did it take him?
Uh,
It ranges based on how much you fly.
I know currently
Like a year.
he'll here you go. He'll post now where he's walking towards a Cessna type aircraft, right? He's got a clipboard in his hand, and he's sort of checking shit off, I guess.
Yeah.
But he's flying alone,
Okay, yeah.
Oh shit.
taking off, flying, doing a route,
Yeah.
coming
Right.
back, landing,
Right.
walking back with his clipboard, another flight down, blah blah blah.
Got it.
That's kind of where he's at, logging
So
his flights,
He
I
probably
guess.
has his private pilot license, and he's like just
Okay.
building hours.
Yeah, I
'Cause then
think
the
so.
next level up is the instrument rating, which is being able to fly in the clouds or above.
That's
'Cause
crazy.
right now, your private pilot license is strictly visual flight reference. You know, like what you can see.
Okay.
Then you have to have another certification to be able to go into the weather. You know,
To go up higher.
and,
Yeah,
I,
it's
and
the
I'm not excited
atmosphere.
about that, but
Yeah.
you can do flights long, like to Florida or to California, only visual, which is like under 10,000, but it could potentially take a long time because you're not getting that height to be able to go for, you know, faster
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Okay.
And you're just kind of dodging clouds and stuff.
No, I totally get it.
But yeah,
Very dark.
that's the goal. And honestly, dude, just to like change my life experience a little bit. you
That's
know?
a good way to switch it up.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Hell with these cars, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fuck a car. Give me some wings.
Yeah.
But that's what's crazy, dude, because like I'll get off of a flight and I'm like shaking almost because like adrenaline kind of hits you.
Absolutely.
Like,
It's got to be a
In the
rush.
plane, it's I'm calm, cool, and collected. But as soon as we land, I'm like, and get out, I'm like, whoa, like like
Yeah.
high on just natural.
I'd love it.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd fucking love it.
And then I get in the car and I drive 45, 50 minutes home, and I'm like, man, it's crazy that I get in this car 80 plus miles on the, with these other drivers so close, and I'm not scared at all. But
Yeah.
I'll get in a plane and be nervous. But I think it's just because we drive all the time.
Yeah.
Just used to it.
Like everyone knows the phrase, like it's safer to fly than it is to
Yeah.
ride a car,
Statistically.
which is so true. And
Yeah.
people just dismiss that, but it really is,
Shout out to
especially.
the pterodactyl in here.
Yeah, there's a
That
big ass
fucking
bug.
moth.
Hot tamale with wings. R.I.P. Wizzle.
But
No, but that's true though, bro. And thinking
Yeah.
about it like that, because and then going back to it, like when I first started to like drive when I was 15, get my permit,
Yeah.
I was terrified, dude.
Right.
I didn't even want to get on the interstate. 'cause
gripping that steering
yeah,
wheel.
because but it's probably the same
Two-wheel
way.
drive.
It's like
It is.
it's probably the same way like that now. Like
Fact.
with the flying and
Yeah.
stuff.
We're just so comfortable driving,
Yeah.
just
I'd-
going down that
I'd
interstate
love
like
to.
crazy,
I'd still love to try to fly. I think it'd be dope. I'm good at video
you're never
games.
too late, man. There's a lot of older guys.
When you talked about the simulator,
Yeah.
is
you-
that associated with what you're doing to get those hours and
No, it's just like practice.
dope?
You know.
I'd send me there. I want to go try
It's
that.
at my studio, so if
Yeah.
you want to come by sometime next week,
Fuck
Yeah.
yes.
I'll show it to you. Basically,
I'm down.
I started out like I used my gaming PC because I used to play video games quite a bit, but
Dope.
that kind of slowed down after I did this. But
Yeah.
I just piece by piece started getting like the yoke and the throttle stuff, and then they
Okay.
were like cheap gamey ones, So
Yeah.
then I realized that I was really into it, so I started getting like more expensive
Oh.
ones. So my setup is pretty legit.
Yeah. You got
what's
like
up. Yeah, well, I have a big wide screen. I
what's
can
up.
show you a picture of it.
That's what's up.
And
Hell yeah.
I want to go fly at
foot
Stoner's
pedals.
house.
Yeah, come
Yeah.
fly, dude.
Flight
And
school.
honestly, like
Come fly with me, shout out Michael Jordan.
Come fly
Yeah,
with me. Come
I
fly.
encourage people that if they maybe have an interest in it, to
I'm
get
down.
into
Hey
it
man,
because
Stoner's
no.
Flight School, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My idea of it is just to come hit the simulator a few times
yeah,
and learn how to fly.
yep,
And then with your guidance, learn how to fly better.
all right,
And then I work for a digital print company, and I can print any type of certification I need,
yeah.
Okay.
and I'll be a pilot.
That's
There
it.
you go.
That's
Oh,
all
that's
you
it.
need.
That's,
honestly.
it sounds really legit too. the way to
Yeah.
do it.
We
Same.
should all
Yeah.
get in a plane with you.
After you teach me how to fly.
Yeah.
No, I really think I could pull it off, though, in all seriousness, if I really dedicated myself. I've always been interested in aviation. I don't think I'd ever be interested in it. It's like passenger aviation, like
Yeah.
you were saying, commercial airlines
Right.
and shit. I don't think that'd ever be the
I don't have
move.
a desire to do that, but I would
Right.
like to have a private jet one day. But it just
Fuck yeah.
that'd be like that'd
Not
take
flying
a while
it.
to get to that.
How much does a fucking private jet cost?
Couple
so
milli?
much
Oh,
money.
bro.
At least a million.
6,
Bro.
8. I don't know. Help me out, Stoner.
Oh, all of it.
Yeah.
All of
Yeah.
it. Yeah, there's not
On the,
like
on the
a-
cheap end, like the dollar store version.
Yeah, 10, 15, 20,
Used
30,
one.
40, 50, 80.
You know what I'm saying?
The range is crazy because even the Cessnas, like these planes right here, you can find a 1975,
300.
For 150,000.
Okay, I was going to say 300.
But a brand new one is $1 million. And
Gotcha.
this is a
Makes sense.
and this is a 4-seater plane.
Yeah, but you can put that motherfucker out back in the barn.
But it also is like
Right,
the avionics and the technology inside it is what is so expensive.
Yeah.
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 Fun fact. Shit, dude. I mean, fucking, I was probably 24, 25, long time ago. I had a coworker who at the time worked part-time at the airport, right? And then we worked from like, I don't know, 2 to 10 p.m. was like our shift or some shit.
Yeah.
And after work, dude would go to the airport, which was 10 minutes away from where we worked at the time. And at the airport, his job was to wash and clean private jets, right? And they put him in this big ass hangar with like 6 to 8 private jets and a pressure washer.
That's awesome.
And some of the best, hands down, some of the best fucking soap and bug
Yeah,
repellent
I
I've
bet.
ever seen
I bet.
or used in my life.
Yeah.
And his pitch to us, like me and a couple other buddies that worked with us, was y'all pull up at the hangar, we'll smoke, and y'all can wash y'all's cars. So dope. And we would pull our cars up
Yeah.
in this fucking hangar, close this big hangar door, stand in there and fucking wash our cars with jet fucking car wash shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Probably.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Probably.
Doesn't it feel cool
Bug
there though?
repellent.
You go there and you're
bug
just
shit
like, wow,
just
this is
falling
crazy.
off.
Yeah, but to go there and even be in that room with those jets, because we just be hanging out smoking. But he let us go in these jets and check them out. Like it was, I remember going in 3 or 4 different ones, and it was cool. It wasn't like the shit we see on like MTV Cribs and shit,
Right.
or not Cribs, but like like the jets we be
It's
seeing.
a fucking jet.
It was a jet.
Yeah,
It was definitely a jet.
Yeah.
But the thing I remember most about all those days, bro, is the fucking power of that damn
The pressure
soap.
wash. Oh,
no,
soap.
the soap.
Yeah.
It was like pink
Right.
shit, bro. But it was something plain soap.
Yeah.
Damn.
Just probably expensive.
I swear, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy shit.
Plain soap.
They used to let us wash our cars with it, and your car would not be fucking cleaner.
Best car wash you ever had.
Hell yeah, use that plain soap on them
Hell
cars.
I mean, shout out to Plain Soap.
Hell yeah, get that car fucking plain soap clean,
Yeah.
bruh.
Yeah.
So
Y'all know about that plain
once I get
soap.
my license, if y'all want to come up.
Please, I'm down. I'll fucking go. Mate, we'll make Chad go with you.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh,
but I'm like you,
that,
bro.
That shit would be funny.
I didn't like to fly, though. I didn't fly for a long amount of, dude,
Yeah.
till I was like 23, 24.
Mhm.
And then a girlfriend
Big
of mine at the time, shit, I was younger now. I was probably like 22. And a girlfriend of mine at the time took me to Atlanta to see Michael Vick play at the Georgia Dome, right? I guess it was Georgia Dome. Is that right, Chad?
Probably, yeah.
Right. But anyway, I went to Atlanta to catch a Falcons-Chargers game. And on the way back, she thought it would be funny to take me to go skydiving.
Oh,
And I'd never in my life been in a plane. I'd continuously said if God wanted us to fly,
Right.
he would have gave
Yeah.
us wings. That was my pitch. I don't want to fucking fly. I wake up like from a nap on a fucking a road trip coming back from this football game, and I wake up and I'm at the skydiving joint.
that's
And
fucked up.
like, fuck it.
That's fucked up.
Let's go.
So you did it?
Did it. 10,000. I think it was 10,500 feet.
Wow.
Years ago, but I'll never forget it. One of the most exhilarating moments of my life. It was absolutely bananas. But from that moment forward, for about a year and a half until I actually flew commercial out of state, because I'd put it off for so long. After I went skydiving, I got to tell everyone I had been in a plane, but I've never landed. Right?
Right.
And I cannot front. The first time I flew commercial, I flew from Nashville to Tampa. And I will never forget how goddamn terrified I was landing in a plane for the first time commercial. I was fucking terrified.
Hey, it's
Even
it's
after
different.
skydiving, huh?
Dude, turbulence and all that was a different game
Right.
flying commercial. Like, I was fucking...
But you know, turbulence is just like waves in a boat.
Yeah, of course.
No
it-
plane has ever crashed because of
At-
turbulence.
Right. But at the same time, you couldn't tell me that shit then. You know what I mean? I've flown, 20, 25 times probably in my adult life now.
Yeah.
This was early, man. But
right. No, I
I'll
feel
never forget it. And Chad's at a point in his career, especially with ChadArmesTV and all the opportunities that's coming Chad's way.
Yeah.
Chad doesn't fly a lot. Chad, how many times have you flown?
One time in my life, and it was in 8th grade.
8th grade. So if Chad is choosing, Chad's choosing the bus. Like, if we were
Right.
on right now, what is it? Buddy Holly and
I'm John Madden, dude. John Madden never
they
flew. He
never
just- he
flew
just had the
anywhere.
bus.
Yeah, just take the bus everywhere. But you had your own bus. Just go. No, you guys take me there. I'll just drive.
Right.
We need to leave early because we're driving.
I'm not totally against flying. It just would have to be a situation where I know everything
Yes,
was all right.
and I know that there's been a couple and I will co-sign that. Chad is not pussy. I'm leaving
No,
it.
dude,
I'm
no.
not leaving that out.
Yeah.
He'll
No.
fly.
Yeah.
Far from it.
Yeah, he will fly though, and I didn't think he would. I said,
Yeah.
I got to be honest. He's my best friend, and I didn't think he would fly, but he will.
I wouldn't want to, but if I had to, I would.
He will. I know he will because he proved it to me once. That motherfucker was looking for flights. I'm like, oh shit, Chatty's flying. Let's go. Let's go.
But so,
and we just didn't have to fly.
I would get super nervous, and like one of my last, or not last, but before I started learning about flying, one of my last commercial flights, we were in the clouds on our way down forever.
Yeah.
And it was just freaking me out. Like, when are we going to pop through the clouds? And
Yeah.
when are we going to
When we're gonna
crash
see
into
the
a
earth
mountain, you know?
again.
So I'm like, how do they do this? And then I started following like this guy who does like 747, like big, huge cargo planes.
Yeah.
And he just was explaining just how much margin of error that they do, and like there's just almost no way. It's so rare for a commercial plane to have any sort of lethal incident.
Right.
Like they do everything with such an enormous margin of safety.
Right.
For sure.
Even
It's like
all
lightning
the technology
striking.
to get through the layers of clouds, like they know exactly where they're going
Yeah, is that
at all
crazy?
times. Yeah, it's
It's
wild.
wild,
It
yeah,
really
it's
is
wild.
That's
wild.
hard.
Like you were talking about your dad being in the military. My dad also,
Yeah.
like
what branch?
National Guard.
Okay.
But he was there for 24 years. And my uncle was 30 years in the Air Force. My granddad was 20 years in National Guard as well. But my dad was medical squadron. He did tours in Iraq, that kind of shit. But it was C-130s. You know what I mean? So like
are huge.
exactly. But going to the base and shit, like, or anything to do with my pops as a kid, it was that's all I remember. C-130s.
Yeah.
But I'm from Smyrna, Tennessee originally. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
where my flight school is.
Right, and because they have a nice airport. They've always had an airport, you know, and one of the best, like in Tennessee, is one of the best air shows ever. Like it's just like one of the best air shows you can go to, and I grew up there. So like going to that air show every year and seeing those planes and seeing my dad be involved with National Guard and the big planes, the C-130s, and wanting to be a fighter pilot, like aviation's always been like a solid fucking passion of mine. Just enough now though in my adult life to where Top Gun Maverick came out, I was there. I couldn't wait to see it. And then after it was over, I got to tell him how, because he's a movie guru. Like Chad can tell us anything about movies. He's got thousands of fucking like movies in his catalog, and big critic. I couldn't wait to tell him how bad he needed to see Top Gun, and then he co-signed it. So it's just like,
you knew what you were talking about.
But it's all just because I love planes.
I mean,
I'll go flying with you, Stoner. Let's go.
Yeah,
it took me a minute to get back on the plane, man.
So
my first time, man, my ears got to popping, my jaws felt like they was locking.
You just need a piece of bubble gum, bro.
And I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
That's all that is.
When I'm on commercial flights, I use my Beats headphones the whole time, because they noise cancel.
Yeah,
and that solved that for me, because I had big problems with
that's so interesting. I'm so glad you said that, because in today's actual date is the 25th, and we've been working real hard these past couple of weeks because we got Chad's got traveling coming up. He's chasing content. I'm going on vacation with the fam, but we're going out of town for a week, but we're going to California. And the last time I flew, I had the first gen AirPods, and now I've got the new joints with the noise cancellation. I wonder how that'll affect my ears from then to now.
Definitely help.
Right?
Definitely help.
I usually just chew on fucking bubblegum
and bubblegum
and Xanax.
Yeah, no, that helps too.
I chew on Xanax.
Shout out Xanax.
Shout out Xanax.
Are you going to Disney? Where are you going? California?
We're going to Amy's sister.
Nice.
Yeah, which is crazy because me and Amy's sister, shout out Lacey, she's a great sister-in-law in my life, so to speak. But me and Lacey were in the same grade. Amy was 2 grades below us. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I know Lacey. I've known Lacey as long as I've known Amy, pretty much. And it's just she moved out to San Francisco off a business opportunity and got married, and
nice.
We went out there a couple of years ago, and I fell in love with California.
Yeah.
Well, fun fact: when this episode's dropping, you just gotten back.
Oh, cool. Dope.
Vacation.
Yeah, but it'll be the first time I've flown in a little while. Thanks, man. It's good to be home.
Welcome back to Tennessee, dude.
Thanks, man. It's good to be home, man.
Yeah.
California is different. I can't wait to go back.
I wouldn't live there, but I love going there.
I don't know, man, because when I went the first time, I was so in love with it, and it wasn't just because of the pot. Like everybody thinks it's just because.
Yeah, there's other states around there.
Well, you don't have to go all the way there for that.
I haven't
You
been to
definitely
San
don't.
Francisco. I've always usually go to LA or.
And I wasn't in the city. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of right outside San Francisco in the valley. You know what I mean? It's fucking wine country. Like but dude, beautiful. Like it's just, I remember us I went 3 years ago, same trip. We just go see Amy's sister. They got a guest house. You know, they put us up, take care of us. They let us use their extra vehicle. Like it's just like the most convenient vacation ever. We just have to fly out to Cali and fly back. Yeah. And we've had another child since then. So now we're taking a toddler on a 6-hour flight. That'll be interesting.
Good luck on that.
Right? I don't know how that's going to.
The car seat.
iPad.
The car seat.
The iPad will only last so long. Yeah, the car seat. What's the deal with
listen
that?
Listen to me, bro.
I'm listening.
You have if it's how old is she?
2.
Okay, yeah. She bring her car seat and get those roller things that go on the car seat, because then if their car seat can fit on the plane, they think they're in their car and they're not going to want to get up the whole time. Whereas before, we put our 2-year-old on a 6-hour flight and it was a nightmare without it, because in the normal seat he's so big, he's just getting up, wants to do this, wants to do that.
Yeah.
You take the car seat, you strap his ass down.
Bro, then mentally
they know they can't get up.
That they can't get up.
God, that's fucking genius.
It's crucial,
I'm
bro.
so glad we talked about this.
Dropping gems, baby.
Yeah, shout out.
Different
man.
kinds of gyms.
So
yeah,
get this. It's so great though, because literally the other day we were talking about like what we're taking, what's carry on, what's not. I'll do this. I'll put this here.
Yeah.
So
It's a thing, dude.
listen. So we don't have to take the car seat. I was told that.
Right.
I'm going to make sure we take the car seat.
Then so she would just walk it through the airport with you?
Say again?
Like if you don't take the car seat,
Yeah.
then she has to walk through the airport with you.
Yeah, or
And
sit
that's
on my
hard,
shoulders or
like,
carry
yeah,
over.
like-
I follow you. Though.
I have a boy, so a boy might be a little different than a girl because boys are jumping on things. Like my three boys are climbing everything that they can
Dude,
see.
okay, so
You
your
know,
boy
his name is Bear, so
Hell
he acts
yeah.
like a bear too.
Okay.
You know, so
Dope.
he's kinda
Right.
crazy.
Bear baby, dude.
Yeah.
Bear baby.
Bear baby.
So like,
Hell yeah.
there's like this attachment, which is almost like a miniature dolly for a car seat that straps around the car seat. So through the airport, I'm dollying him around, and he can't move the whole time.
Bougie.
So it's like, yeah, and all the parents are like looking at us, like asking us,
Where'd you
where
get
we
that?
it. Yeah,
I bet.
I'm telling
That sounds
you.
amazing.
But if you have another system that doesn't involve a car seat,
Fuck that. I
And
want a
I'm
car
all
seat
for
now.
it.
I didn't want
I'm
to
just
take a car
saying.
seat. No, Stoner, you're
I
misunderstanding.
travel quite a bit.
I didn't want to take it because I didn't want to carry it.
Well, you have to get the
I got to
roller
get
thing.
what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yep.
Now I understand, but
Yeah.
you knocked it out of the park when you said it makes them think they can't. It makes them think they're in the car because
Yeah.
my kid's not fucking fighting to get out of her car seat. She's smart enough to know she can't get out of her fucking car seat.
Yeah.
But if I just try to sit her down and as soon as she hears somebody say seatbelt off, she's gonna fucking fling that bitch off and take off and meet all kinds of people. I want to try the airdrop thing. Have y'all seen that that shit on Instagram or TikTok where the dude gets on the flight and he sends like a funny message or
To everybody on the plane?
and airdrops it to everybody on the plane before takeoff. He says, "Can I get a oh yeah?" And then everybody starts going oh yeah, just all over the plane.
Shit, that's
It's
dope.
funny. I want to do
That's
that.
dope.
Something with more profanity though, and maybe pornographic.
There you go. Just get
Don't get
kicked
put
off.
off.
Yeah.
Don't get put off.
How they're not going to know whose phone it's from?
They don't.
Help me out, guys.
I don't know.
I don't know how airdrop works, and if I airdrop stuff to you, that's all I know.
Don't
know
trust
how it
the
works.
I don't
TSA.
think.
Hey, I'm new to iPhone.
Because I can get on my phone. Listen to how this works. It's by the title of the device. So hear me out. I can get on the name of the. See, that's what part of the joke is also. The gentleman that sends the funny shit out, he changed the name of his device to Pilot.
Oh, okay.
Pilot. And then sent it to all the people on the plane that had an iPhone. So then they get a message that says from Pilot.
Oh man,
I'm sure.
Genius, right? Like it's fucking genius.
yeah, he's playing with fire a little bit
Yeah,
with
let's
that
say if you
though.
do something too bad, then they'll track it and figure it out.
For sure, bro. I mean,
Yeah,
they're
if you do
fucking.
something bad, I know where you're going with that.
Too bad.
They're,
I know where you're going with that.
the technology now. I mean, you know what I mean.
No, it's literally the one I'm describing. The kid says ooh-wee or ooh. They all start making that sound. Yeah, it's like that. And then the other one was like tits or like some porn shit for real. Like they just start sending out some porn shit, and everybody's just like, you just hear people all over the fucking plane. Oh, but God, who is that? You know, shit like that.
That's fucking funny.
Probably
Shout out T Stoner.
That's fucking funny.
Shout out T Stoner. dude.
Shout out
Yeah,
T
man.
Stoner. You got a
appreciate it,
drop? We talked about that before you pulled up. Do you have a drop?
What do you mean?
Cost
Oh, like
a tag or anything?
No.
Dope. I think it's I
at
wish
one
you
point.
did.
I did at one point, but
right.
I didn't.
No need.
I don't need it
I totally understand. Especially with the, I mean,
because I mean that only really sounds right on like bangers.
but at the same
Yeah.
time,
Like,
you're
I'm not
not
gonna
really
put it on-
spread out all over the place to look
Yeah.
for that same recognition. You know, you follow what I'm saying?
I'm
Like
not selling beats.
to the masses and
Right,
shit.
right,
Yeah,
right.
I totally understand that.
Have you ever thought about that though?
There were times where maybe I did, but then I quickly just was turned off by it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't even know.
And
I don't
even
know
by
how to
then, it was
describe
just part of like you were looking for that, like extra revenue
wanna
or something.
Sell you a beat if I'm not gonna like what you're gonna do.
I did.
But
that.
but
I
it's like
fucking
earlier
did
though
that.
on
I
part
fucking
one.
did that.
But on part one, remember Stoner told us though, like, bro, he don't even make beats in their entirety most of the time.
Yeah, most.
I think that's fucking genius. I love that part of part one when he was telling us how like why would we make the whole beat? It may not even y'all may not even do nothing with it.
Yeah.
Like,
Right,
why are we gonna
yeah.
waste all this time on the same shit?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if y'all come up with something dope, we'll add some shit to it.
Yeah.
It may not even have to at that
Just-
point. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love that
the
part of
core
that
the
conversation.
idea should be there pretty early on, I think.
Yeah.
I think
And that only works though too with the artists that trust me, because like I've had scenarios where I've sent what I would consider like a demo to an like email. I don't even email beats for this reason, because like I'll send what I know is not finished or not the idea, and the artist will want it to be completely polished and done, you know, and that's okay, and I get that, but the ones that have trusted me to know what I'm going to do with it are the ones that we make the good songs out
Man,
of.
listen, man, just send me the the basics.
idea.
Let me know. Let me know
Yeah,
the basics.
and also on the flip side, if I make an idea that is only a beginning of an idea, and the person doesn't like it, I'm not offended because I didn't spend 2 days making the beat.
Yeah,
for
And
sure.
another thing is like I'll make a song for someone or a beat for you, and you might not like it, but then I play it for you and you love it.
Yep.
So it's like that was the thing about selling beats or sending beats is like placements. I would get too personal about feeling if they didn't like it or not, or like
Yeah.
you know what I mean. That's why I like to work in person, because if I can tell that you're not feeling it, I can switch it immediately and play something else. You know,
Right.
And I can't do that if I email it to you.
No, that
And
makes
then
sense.
you hear the beat and you're like, and that's my representation of what the beat.
Well, and you don't know how they're listening to it. They could be listening to it on an iPhone 2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That has a
So
busted
iPhone
speaker
2s,
Yeah.
man.
or something. You know what I'm saying?
And sometimes I do think like, is that hindering me? And in some ways it can be. Like I could get more placements than I do. Like
Yeah.
if I dedicated a week to just making tracks and sending them to a few of the artists that I don't work with a lot, but I have connections with, I could probably land a few. But I don't know. It's just not been my goal.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think about doing it.
Yeah.
Like for example, like Ritz. Like I've done
Shout out Ritz.
a couple of things with Ritz,
Mhm.
and I could have so much more with him, but he really likes to have the track pretty much there. And so I always strike out with him because I'll send him something and it just won't hit, and I don't hold it against him or anything like that. It's just you know, it's not like Jelly. Like Jelly and Ryan, you know, I can and then they'll come up with an idea, and then we make a beat around it, or make a song around it. You know?
Right, I see what you mean.
And a lot like, because they have melodies instantly. They don't need a track.
Yeah.
They have lyrics and they have melodies coming out of their brain. So all I have to do is like help make it record it. You know, like help make it come to life. You know.
So let's say you send somebody something like that right there, and then when they do what they need to do with it and hit you back and ask you and say, man, can you put a little bit of this sound in it?
Yeah.
You know, so
That scenario doesn't happen a ton because I really don't email the tracks out. Like I mostly, I just do it in person.
Do you listen to the artist feed, the artist influence side as far as
for sure.
sound and direction?
Yeah, totally. Like there's definitely cases where
I'd be like, don't tell me shit.
no, dude, I'm not like that at all.
Y'all want this fucking beat or not?
No.
That's what I'd say.
I worry about coming off too cocky when I sound like this kind of stuff because it's
I
not
totally understand though,
coming
bro.
from that place.
No, you sound humble as fuck.
sure.
Just so you know, the way
I'm not trying to be like,
you're doing great, Stoner. I promise, bro. Like you sound humble as fuck, but
Okay,
you
cool.
have the whole part 1 and 2 though, and but that's one of the reasons why we love you the way we do.
yeah,
Like real talk of it. Like when we talked about getting you over here, you know, it sounds jokingly enough, bro, but you know, like according to your DMs, bro, I've reached out for a while. Like I've always been a fan of you, Stoner. You've always stood out to me as far as talent. We all can say that confidently. I know when we say that, I'm speaking for all of us. But like I said about that moment of my time, just that one opportunity I had to work with you before I ever really knew you more. That just gave me that just introduced me to Stoner.
yeah, like first
You know,
impression.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and
sure.
after that, it was always just like, Squints, what's up? How you doing, man?
Yeah.
How's your family? You know, blah, blah, blah. And it was always over celebration, basically off of Church's or Jelly's achievements along with Stoner's and, you know.
Right.
And it's just like we talk about so many times. It's just all part of the 6 degrees of separation shit that we got going here in the Ville.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know, man, having you here.
I appreciate that.
But having
you
you
always kept it super real, man. And you're never like a person to like would hit me up or something, and I know that their intention is because they want something, or you know what I'm saying. Like a lot of people will only keep you around for their interest, you know.
For sure.
No,
And that happens a lot, you know.
For sure.
I'm sure, especially or for you in your scenario, it could be people wanting to hit you up because of wanting to get to Ryan or to Jelly or
Oh my god, dude!
We know how that goes with Jelly.
Dude,
trust me.
So much, man. And
Yeah.
I have people literally just tell me that that's why they're hitting me up, you know, and it's like that is the quickest
Not even
way.
hiding it.
That's
Yeah,
fucked
that's
up.
the quickest
I mean,
way
I
to
appreciate the
just turn
honesty,
me
but
off.
that's
Oh, that's that. Y'all pay attention to what Stoner just fucking said.
Yeah.
That's one of the quickest ways to turn him off from a conversation.
Well, because I can usually sniff it out pretty well. Like there'll be people who will say something on Instagram and try to trap me into a conversation. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm not above talking to anybody, whether it's a fan of Ryan or Jelly. Like I'm not above that. And there's ones I can tell that are very genuine.
Yeah.
But there'll be like someone, you know, they'll say something nice enough to where if you don't respond, you're kind of an asshole for not responding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so right when you respond, they're like, "Hey man, can you ask Ryan to like come to my cousin's wedding?" And it's like,
Yeah.
Dude, we know this
And
story
with
oh so well,
Instagram,
and I
like-
can only imagine how it'd be for you. Keep
Yeah,
going. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
no,
I'm not
you're
trying
good,
to cut
no,
you off
you're
at all.
like on Instagram, as soon as you open someone up on your DM, they're always in there,
Yeah.
and that's social media is tough like that.
Yeah.
But you know,
That's just fucking nuts, man. I used to get that shit on a much smaller scale, like, but motherfuckers would walk up and be like, "Hey, bro, man, do this right here, man. Can you get this right here to such and such? Can you get this shit to such and such?" No, man, I can't.
yeah.
You know
Dude,
what I mean?
it's always
I
been a
can't.
thing, like especially with me and Chad with Jelly. But I'm so thankful for his success as of lately, because now it's out of reach for me. Motherfuckers ask me for shit now, and I'm like,
You got a valid
Really?
You got a valid reason.
like, dog, you know who you're at. Like this,
Right.
I wish I could help you, man. But
Yeah.
y'all, go watch his story, man. I can't get at him about doing the county fair or anything, whatever.
all
Nothing
that.
against any of that, whatever it may be.
Countless amount of
But
things.
bro, there's been people asking us show costs, features with hooks, video appearances,
Yes, man.
anything and everything.
Yeah.
People inquire about that shit to us. They congratulate us on his behalf,
Right.
type shit. They're like, bro, your boy Jelly's out here killing it.
Right. Congrats.
See what?
Yeah.
We're like,
it's
we're
kinda-
no, man.
It's getting to where now with me, like when we're doing the interviews and stuff, that
Yeah.
I'm getting hit up from all these other artists that I'm interviewing of people wanting stuff.
Yeah.
Like whether it's Adam or it's
Yeah.
whoever, you know what I mean?
And
Like
Chad, that's
Lil
going to
White.
happen
Yeah.
so much more
Yeah,
for
that's
you.
fine. I just
Hey,
yeah.
But isn't
But
if you can
part of it.
connect the
comes with it.
dots,
It comes
connect
with it.
them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Play that role. Fuck that. I think that's somebody's got to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like connecting those type artists to those type scenarios, man.
Yeah, it just makes it hard to weed out sometimes the people that are
It's always people wanting
Especially
like you
for
said,
me,
birthday
like,
shout outs on FaceTime or something. I'm like,
Bruh.
people saying that they want to work with me. 6 out of 10 times it's not
Oh, man.
because they want to work with me.
yeah,
Man.
yeah.
And
Dude,
so that's why I'm kind of
it's so funny.
closed off a lot of times.
I totally understand, man. I totally get it.
I just want to make music, man, and succeed.
not worry about the other shit,
Yeah.
the slick backhanded shit.
Well, just know, man, when it comes to your current catalog and the things you've achieved, bro, we're fucking proud of you. We
for sure,
we
man.
don't do nothing but speak highly of you, man. And even like in off camera, like when we're talking music in reference to what Chad does and one does so good, we're fucking man. What would be dope if we could get to Stoner with this one, or man, because I know both these guys would, and I'm sure it doesn't stop with these two. Like any people, any of the artists around this vicinity that know the name and know what you're capable of behind them boards, man.
Thank you, man.
It's pretty sought after at this point in your career. You know what I mean?
And everything that you just said, man, is a testament to your work.
Yeah.
Anybody that's serious about just trying to make good music is gonna want to make it with people who make good fucking music,
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the ultimate end goal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now you got those fuckheads out there who
Fuckhead, shout out fuckheads.
Yeah, shout out
Well,
fuckhead.
I try to give people the benefit of the doubt a lot of times. Everyone's out here just trying to make it. You know, and it just some people just don't really know how the business works, and they ask us things, and we're like, "What? I would never ask somebody that."
Right.
Yeah.
But it's because they just don't know. But
So,
it's just something to navigate.
Before we let you go, when are you going to see? The big guys out on the road. Church has been building a home and doing other things. But with the big guy out on the road, you got any aspirations? Are you catching him at Bridgestone come December? Will we see you there?
I hope so. Yeah, I definitely.
I hope to see you there. You better be there.
Well, I
That's a
didn't
huge
get
show.
tickets, and I normally do, whether or not I can get in backstage or not.
Considering
We'll
you
figure it
are T
crossing my-
Stoner,
I know, but you know how many people hit up him for?
trust me, we know that
tickets.
we get told the same thing. So
So-
we our
You know
safety
that ain't
net
gonna
is we
happen.
buy them and then we ride the wave.
Right, and I
But-
get that,
and I
but
understand
just
where
didn't
you're
buy
at.
'em,
Yeah.
and I think that it's sold out. Is it not?
Yeah, but I think that Mel bought a couple extras.
But
so
I am glad I made the Ryman and the Opry. That was
For sure.
amazing.
He just
But-
landed the Opry again.
third time in a
Nice.
year.
Yeah, he goes back the 26th of October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He may or
which
may
is
not
crazy.
be premiering a new song.
And that's definitely fun facts right there for sure.
I said
Chad,
may or may not. That's not confirmed or
but
denied.
that's just word on the streets. You know what I mean? But who are we? What do we know?
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Stoner, man.
Yeah, thank you.
We love having you on, Bubba. And please,
Cool.
we talked about the commute, where you're at and out. But I want to come. I'm going to take you up real talk on that fucking simulator.
Yeah.
Like that interests me. Like part one was we got some of some gems. Dropping gems, part 1 and 2. Part
this is
one,
the first time we've done a 2-part with a guest. We've done a couple of 2-parts just with the core people.
we've had repeat guests at this point, just a
Stoner
couple.
was a 2-parter.
But I think
Alumni.
exactly.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that it was you, Stoner. I really do, because like I said, man, we've been anxious for you to pull up for a long time. It's nothing short of what I thought it would be when you pull up. Just great conversation, just catching up and hanging out. Fun fact: we mentioned it in part 1. We were on camera or off camera, damn near the whole Titans game. But when Stoner pulled up, we were like, "Man, are you in a rush?" He's like, "No, man, it's Sunday. I'm hanging out. We're watching football." I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" So we almost finished the whole Titans game before we started. So, and then knocked out 2. So it's a pleasure to sit here with you, man. And we hope we shed some light on a little bit more about your name and what you do out here, man.
No, I appreciate that.
If y'all don't know, now you know a little bit more. Yeah, man. What's next for you, Bubba? What we got next, or it's just whatever?
Yeah, we definitely got the jelly stuff whenever we're ready for that. Me and Ryan have, Upchurch have a bunch of music I feel like is our best stuff on the way. We've just been changing our strategy a lot because we did a lot of albums, and so we were thinking about picking out some singles and stretching them out a little bit. But we're sitting on a good amount of music, and of course, Chucky V, Demon Jones just came out with the album. I did like half of the joints on there.
Hell yeah.
And I'm just trying to figure out, what's next. I probably might work with the Sublime guy, Rome, another time. And then I'm also super stoked about meeting this guy named Alan Stone in October. Dope. He's a really good artist, and hopefully he's like one of my favorite artists that I reached out to on Instagram, and he actually answered. So I was pretty stoked about it.
Hell yeah.
So I'm just playing it by ear, man. The next couple months, I'm just focusing on flying a lot, and then just continuing to work with what I got.
Stay fly.
Hell yeah, I love that.
Yeah. But I'm keeping music steady, so it's not less music. It's just.
Well, let me know when you can take me up, bro.
Yeah.
Because I'm fucking down. I don't know how long down that fucking. How long of a path that is, but I'm fucking down. When you're confident enough to say, "Hey, Squints, you want to get up there today?"
Right.
I'm gonna be like, "Let's fucking go, Stoner."
I'll get there, dude. I'm getting there.
Yeah, I don't doubt your capabilities at all. So we'll see. The new record's available now. Y'all make sure y'all tap the fucking fucking Stoners with us, and
normal.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll make sure all that's below. But we tell all of our guests. I don't think we told you at the end of episode 1 or the first part of this, so we're going to tell you now. Every time someone earns that chair, anytime you got some shit to say, Bubba, that chair is yours. You know where we're at. You know, just it has to be. If it's premeditated, great. If not, spur of the moment works.
Right.
Just hit my line, pull the fuck up, and that seat is yours, my friend. We loved having you, and hope to have you back soon.
For sure.
T fucking Stoner, guys, the one and only. In the meantime, in between time, it's O&E, ChadArmesTV, Squint615. It's I got some shit to say.com, ChadArmesTV.com. Go get that fucking merch, Chatty.
Yes, sir.
Bow.
Bitch, we got views.